A good man is a man who can protect and who can provide and who can serve, who can comfort, who can reprimand, who can discipline, whatever is necessary to make the world a little better because he passed through. The loud voices of this world are the 99% who don't understand exactly what you have to do. That's why when I speak and you don't understand me, it's probably a good thing, 'cause that probably means I'm in an area of life that you're not in. It is astounding how many people want to be spectacular in life but also want to fit in and be normal. You are by definition aiming for average. Normal people get normal results. Weird people get weird results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results. Music: be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood. You asked all my teammates. One thing about Michael Jordan was he never asked me to do something that he didn't do. And they're going to say, well, he wasn't really a nice guy. He may have been a tyrant. Oh, well, that's you. Because you never wanted anything. If you're cool with walking in the shadows of yourself and you know the only person you got is the man right there in the shadow. Man, how you doing? Pretty good. How you doing? All right, man. Cool. Cool. It's kind of weird having a conversation with you, but ain't no one else around because everyone else has faded way back then. Way back there. You know, if you're cool with that kind of walk of life, tell you man, world is your playground. So, I went to a powerlifting competition a couple of years ago. There's this one guy there lifting. He holds a bunch of records in the squad, and he's a normal working class guy from a normal working class town on the outskirts of Newcastle. And watching that man warm up is something else. He's got a sacred playlist. He never listens to the songs apart from when he's about to step onto the lifting platform. He's got these headphones on and he's just walking up and down in the same way that you'd see a bull ready to go out, ready to go and chase something, and he steps out on stage and the hairs stand up on the back of your neck. You're watching this guy channel fury. That's the god of war. It's your brother, your mom, your friend. The one comment they're going to say, you've changed. Why are you doing another kick like this? Oh, you're going to try that now. Okay, here we go again. The thing is that it's not about them being right or wrong again. It's about how right and how wrong they could be. Let's say you wanted to start a podcast in the past and you did 3 episodes and then you fell off, and then they think, I told you so. Stop with these dreams. Stop with this crazy content stuff. You're never going to become an influencer or whatever your goal is. Replace influencer with whatever your thing is. The thing is that you are still closer having done 3 than having done 0. And so it's just about directional correctness and realizing that criticizers are more often correct. But when it matters most incorrect, but for some reason I thought that I needed to be the guy. And I said, no, you know what? You don't need to be the guy. You're a leader, you need to support your leader. And it's not about you. And so that right there also changed my attitude, because then from then on in my career and in my life, I realized, hey, I don't always need to be the center of attention, which is what our ego wants us to do. Our ego always wants it to be about us. And it's not about us. It's not about us at all. In fact, in a situation like that where the platoon commander wants to do something, maybe he sees something that I don't see. Maybe he's got a different strategic objective that he wants to accomplish and I'm undermining that. And what does that do to our platoon? Hey, it makes me feel great because I think, oh yeah, I might not be the guy in charge, but I'm out here making the calls. That's your ego. And what you have to do is subordinate your ego and be supportive of the person that's in charge, and you move forward together as a team. 'Cause that's what it's about. It's not about me. It's about the team. If you are someone that deals with a crippling sense of insufficiency, your ability to discount any good thoughts you have in your mind is going to be so strong. If you try and lead with positivity first, I need to think it, wish it, believe it, and I will achieve it. Your set point of negativity is going to just crush that into the ground. I'm speaking from personal experience, right? As the guy that was chronically unconfident and still has the imposter syndrome that does creep in, you have to start with action. It needs to be, okay, what would have had to have happened in a week's time for me to look back on that week and find pride in myself? Stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m. and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day, that's action, right? You want to leave your job and become a writer. Okay? Can you commit to writing one blog post on Substack per week for the next 3 weeks? That would make you feel like less of a loser if you did that. Action has to come first. Winning requires you to go so far deep inside yourself. It's way beyond the surface. It's way beyond internal. It's going to a place that a lot of people haven't visited in a long time because they're afraid to visit that person, because when they visit that person, they don't know who that person is anymore. Your life is just to live your life inside the world. Try not to bash into the walls too much. Try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. But that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. And that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. And the minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it. That's maybe the most important, music, thing. When I was growing up, I watched like a lot of westerns, it was the silent hero kind of thing, the Gary Cooper thing. But my idea of masculinity growing up was a man who was in control of himself, who wasn't mean, wasn't pushing people around, who was decent, who treated women well. So treating women well is a masculine virtue, is a good thing. It comes from a position of strength. You're not insecure about your masculinity. You don't have to prove that you're a man by demeaning women, by pushing them around. You can respect women, and respecting them is a sign of your strength, is a sign of being secure in your masculinity. You don't need to put other people down to make yourself feel better. Okay? So, we have to redefine these qualities. But there are no icons like out there. You either have the Andrew Tates out there, or you have these wimpy men who are just so afraid of being masculine. Okay? Your aggression, your assertiveness, your testosterone is a good thing. It's how things get done. It's what energizes you, what puts you in the world. It makes what makes you ambitious. It makes you assert yourself and motivate yourself. It has to be chneeled. It has to be disciplined. But you have to see, we were talking about our people-pleasing things and how you reframe it. You have to see who you are and see the virtue in it and see the power in that. Look, I always try to outwork people, right? That's just how I made my mark. So, the game was at 7 o'clock. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come to the Staples Center 'cause we're playing this when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. Okay, this is like the championship Lakers. I'm going to get there at 3 o'clock and I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sun and I get ready for the game. So, get in the car, get to the gym, get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant already working out. So, I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off after I was done, I sat down and of course, I still hear the ball bouncing. I look down, I'm like, this guy's still working out. He was working out for it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here, and he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant or lazy. He's doing like game moves, I sit there and I play, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us. Okay. And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. Like, I have to understand like why he works like that. Right. So, after games, I'm like, hey, Cove, like, why were you in a gym for so long? He's like, 'cause I saw you come in. And I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you. Wow. And he's like, it's don't hold there. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not saying I dislike you as a person. You inspire me to be better. Right. And it was the first time I started to see this level of competitiveness where I said, I need to start doing more. Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood. It's the moments in life, the decisions you make on a moment basis that add up to be the guy or not the guy. Tonight I did something, I feel more of a guy for me, who I am, my guy. Make the hard decisions, make the sacrifices, make the unpopular decisions, and become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, and full responsibility to change. If you were to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life. Yeah. What would you put them through to make them patient? You probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like we want these traits, but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. And it's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing? And so I think if people reframe the period of life that they're going through as the price that they're paying out of their wallet, but the wallet is their time, is the seconds of life that they're trading for it, then I think more people be willing to make the trade, because at least when I look at myself, like when I'm 80-something years old and looking back on my life, I want to have these traits. But in order to have those traits, I know I have to go through these things. And I think for me that's given me a lot of comfort in hard times. Right now in life, your family is looking for that one guy right now. They're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around. They look around and find you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything. Stay hard. The biggest regret of the dying is never becoming your ideal self. I do believe that we're thrust in a world that we don't fit in. And I believe the journey is that a lot of people sell you a bill of goods along the way. That if you get some awards, you mean something. You go to a certain school, you got it. You're cute. Classical beauty. You got the right man. You got the right zip code. And you swim through all that filthy swill until you come to the really stark conclusion that I want to leave this earth becoming who I know deep within I am supposed to be. The next time you want to just give in to that desire for comfort, remember that your future self is going to be the one to suffer the consequences. It's so easy to just put it off and act like it doesn't exist. But that future self that you're passing all these burdens to will one day be yourself of the present, and you'll wish you chose to do otherwise. Everything that you do counts. The biggest mistake that people make is they think that only what they want to count counts. No. When you read a book, when you listen to an audio program, when you go to a course, when you go to bed early and get up early and you work, it all counts. Never, apologize for being yourself. If people don't like how you act, how you look, how you speak, that just means those aren't your, people. Don't change who you are to match your surroundings. Pick bettering surroundings and be yourself. I don't know. Most men would understand that when a man cries and he's whimpering, he's hurting, 'cause I've been there. And there's no shame in crying, gentlemen. Men, it's okay to cry. We can still be a man, but you're also human. And it does show a little bit of your vulnerability. Do it for your loved ones. Do it for your wife. Do it for your husband. Do it for your children. Do it for generations to come. Come on. After you're dead and gone, what will they say about what you did? Yes. There's so many people depending on you, but it's got to start with you and the man upstairs. If you want to be great, oh man, prepare to get up off that mat. You're going to get knocked down over and over and over. And even when you feel like, no, nobody, I can't be hit this hard. Or if you're down there thinking, there's no way I can get up from this. That's when you're just starting. For some strange reason, this world wants to see you water down the reality of who you are. Our society wants to see you think like everyone else and feel just like those around you. Maybe for somebody who's so distracted from their true desires as a person. That doesn't sound so bad. But the pain of seeing through limitation in full absence of distractions is almost unbearable. You see, it hurts because the resistance wants you to give in and mold to what's expected of you. And if I can provide some advice, I don't. I don't know where you are in your game of life. You may be in your third quarter. You may be in your fourth quarter. Come on. You're not going to live forever. Not in this world. Come on. You may be in your first quarter, you're your second half. And this time it's got to be personal. See, last time you were just running through the plays. Last time you were just running the songs that you rehearsed in rehearsal. Last time you were just going through the motions and you got numb. Come on. And you got tired and weary. And now you're broken and bitter and angry 'cause you lost. And I'm just wondering if you're courageous enough, bold enough, if you have enough faith. Come on, if you have enough inside of you, resilience to come back to the scene. This life is relentless. You better keep coming back from all your failures, all your doubts, all your ... you better keep fighting. Keep getting up. Never ... lay down for ... that's one thing we should all agree on. If you've been broken once, you know how that ... feels. That means ... it. Try and break me again. You got a lot of people playing their hard-earned money to come watch you perform. 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 It's your job to be in shape. It's your job to be strong enough to perform at that level every single night. And as a competitor, I'm not ducking. Like, it's not, oh my God, my back hurts. I'm sore. We got to play Vince Carter and Toronto Raptors tonight. Pick your mountain. Whatever that mountain is, and each journey up the mountain is 1,000,000 steps. And each day you have to take that step. Yeah. Each day you take that step. You look up at the mountain, you say, that's where I want to go. And then each next day you take your step over and over and over again. Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. Let yourself go. Fall free into it. Step into it. You are worthy. You are an unrepeatable miracle. And there is none like you in all the earth. There will never be another you. Your DNA, your fingerprint, come on. Your gait, your presence, your authenticity. Come on. You're special. You're special and you're necessary.